now on to another topic, dramatic interpretation, better known as DI, focuses on the emotions of a character, the connection with the audience, and the morals of life. DI uses emotions and words to express the character's struggles. Now let me tell you a joke. What's a plumber's favorite pair of shoes? Clogs! Okay. Well, this is why I do DI. I'm not a comedian. However, this next piece is about a comedian and his story about a character and his struggles. Here is Juan Agudelo with No Cure for Cancer.
Folks, I'd like to sing a song about the American dream. About you, about me, about the way our American hearts beat down in the bottom of our chest. About that special feeling we get. I'm just a regular Joe with a regular job. I'm your average white suburbanite slob. But sometimes that just ain't enough to keep a man like me interested. No, we gotta go out and have fun at someone else's expense. Oh, I use public toilets and pee on the seats. I walk around in the summertime saying, how about this heat? Sometimes I park in the handicapped spaces while handicapped people give me handicapped faces because I'm a man.
As a form to express people's pain, a lot of people use laughter and humor as a way to express themselves. Men being prideful and egotistic are the most common to do this. Masking his pain as a passive-aggressive comedian, Dennis Leary uses his fast-paced and vulgar comedy as a form to express his true emotion. No Cure for Cancer by Dennis Leary.
You know, it's very difficult as a guy to learn how to cry. It's like the only time we like to cry is when a famous sport guy retires. You know, even our friends go, it's alright, it's just a sports guy, it's like it's a movie or anything. But see, I think that's a genetic thing. Yeah, I think that's so deep inside men's DNA, you know, that crying thing? Because we know in moments when we gotta cry. But we just can't cry. I'm thinking that's just the guys. Let me give you an example. I have a son who's about 2.5 years old now. And he was born premature. Dangerously premature. Just under 2 pounds. He was in intensive care for about 5 months. Now the whole time in the hospital, I would visit his bed every night. And I would stay there. And I would pray. And I would say, please God. Please God. Come on, let him get better. And he got better. Slowly after the 5 months, we were able to take him home. He was there for a couple weeks, and finally we take him back to the doctor for his big checkup. The doctor looks him over and he goes, he's A-okay, he's gonna be fine. And that macho bun just snapped back in my head and I go, well, of course he's gonna be okay, because he's my semen, huh? My wife gets pregnant on Tuesday, we'll have a baby on Thursday for crying out loud, and everything will be fine. I guess I was just born that way. I think most men get that from their dad. My dad, well, let me tell you something about my dad. My dad was a great guy, you know? Irish immigrant, came over right after World War II. Real John Wayne, Ted Williams guy, you know? He was an auto mechanic for 35 years. He could do anything. He'd do carpentry and electronics. He was always building things. We started off with a 2-bedroom apartment when we first came here. And by the time he was finished with it, well, it was 18 rooms straight up into the sky and paneling in every room. And I never understood what was up with Irish immigrants and paneling. It's like they get off the boats from Ellis Island and they say, you know what, buddy, forget about that stream of speech on me once, it's the paneling. That's my dad. I remember this one time, my brother's birthday party. My brother John, who's about 3.5 years older than me, him, my mom, we were in the living room, you know, putting up, you know, we were listening to like music, we were eating birthday cake with a birthday song, you know, the normal birthday stuff. And my dad in the basement, putting up paneling for the 10 minutes that we're not in there. And he's using this circular saw. And all we hear in the room next door is, and he comes waltzing into the kitchen with his stone hanging at the bottom of his hand, and he goes, "Honey, you got the electrical tape. I gotta take this baby up." And my mother goes, "Oh my God! We gotta take you to the hospital." My father would not let my mother drive him to the hospital. It was too much of a threat to his masculinity to be seen being driven by a woman. So he taped that baby right back up and drove himself to the hospital -1 And I look over to my brother and I say, "Hey, Bal, forget about crying, okay? You're never going to be able to cry again. Our father figure is a man who can sever his own head and staple that thing right back on." I guess he just grew up that way. And in 1982, he went back to Ireland to visit the village he grew up in, with his brothers and sisters. He's standing in a pub in Killarney. He grabs a cigarette, puts it to his lips, lights it up, and burn! He's dead in a millisecond. And that'll pop you a little macho. When the guy you think is always going to be there for you, the John Wayne Ted Williams guy, is dead in a millisecond. That's the best way to go for you, isn't it? I mean, it's terrible for the people you left behind, but it's the best for you. 1 second, you're an Irish immigrant, and the next, you're just face to face with God. So once I got that phone call, once I got the news, and I got this along, and my throat, like I was about to cry, but I never cried. And at the funeral, people were asking me how I was and how I was doing, and I couldn't answer any of their questions because I had this lump in my throat, like I was about to cry, but I never. I never cried. And that's what us Irish guys do. We just hold it in until we just blow up. Sometimes you hear about bombs going off in London. Those aren't bombs, those are Irish guys. But it wasn't until I had my first child, until me and my wife had our first son, that I realized that I was doing this distorted therapy. And I was filtering out everything me and my dad used to do, and I would pass it down to my son. And I felt better all of a sudden. And I know that's a cliche that when you get a child, it changes you. And I also know that was the big fashion thing in the 90s. Here's my kid, he matches my couch. You gotta realize that's true. When you get a child, there's a wave that washes over you. It might be 2 days later. It might be 2 weeks later, or even 2 years later. But there comes a time where you look into that crib. You look into that crib and you go, "Oh my God. Look at this. Look at this cold, sober, empty little vessel, waiting to be filled up with ingredients that only me and my wife can fill them up with. And we can fill them up with anything. We can fill them up with love, with hate, indifference." And that's when I realized that I never really get involved, I vote, but I never really get hands-on with things, and I realized I gotta get hands-on. So that maybe 25 years from now, he can live in a world without war, in a country without color, fresh air to breathe from, and clean water to drink from, so that maybe it's just me. 25 years from now, he can turn to me and he says, "You know something, Dad? I really like this place. And I can turn to him and I say, well, son, I did my best. You know, other times I'm thinking, just screw him. No, I didn't break the planet. It was this way when I found it. Screw him. And I realize it's my responsibility. Because, well, I'm a man.
For that dramatic interpretation performance. So as team president, I'm representing Elizabeth's speech and debate team. So I mostly perform in speech, but there's also the aspect of debate, which is a bit more scary, but in a good way, because it helps you develop argument skills for real life situations. Our team personally argues domestic and international relationships with the United States and other countries, and it's very impressive. So without further ado, I'd like to welcome to the stage our team debate captain, Hermione Bryce and Miguel Marquez.
Hi everyone, are you having fun? So as you said, debate is very different from speech. Like debate is more scary, but it's kind of like a safe haven for students who do like to do book work, for students who like to research and do all that kind of stuff. But yeah, we're gonna get into that in just the debate world, and we hope you like it.
Yeah, so debate is definitely a different kind of animal than what speech our members of the team definitely work on, but something that you really need to be determined to do. You need to focus your mind on what you're doing, like what we do with research. It takes a lot of hard work, but ultimately it definitely is rewarding, and the team members that we have on this team, we definitely form a bond and like connection with them, so it's definitely worth all of the hassle.
And now just to how debate works at debate competitions. Basically you have 4 rounds during the day. Each round is like 45 minutes. You're with a partner and every month is a different topic. Sometimes we have 2 days to prepare for a topic, sometimes we have a week or 2 weeks, and sometimes we have 3 competitions for the month. But it's the same topic every month and it can get pretty crazy. But yeah, and there's nothing we can really do to prepare you because debate, you're never gonna know what it's like until you're in your first round and you just learn from there. So like Miguel will tell you about his first round and how crazy it was.
Yeah, so my first round, this was my first year, if none of you guys knew that. It was a lot of hard work and I had a lot of team members and veterans on the team try to prepare me as much as possible into getting to know what a round would be like and how I should handle it. So a lot of members helped with that, but the big difference was that when I entered my first round, it was completely different. I was not prepared at all. And it was a completely different animal, like I said before, and yeah. So, what was your first?
No, mine was really serious, guys. I went in and it was like these 2 big guys sitting there. They had briefcases. We had 2 little folders with like 1 piece of paper, and we thought we were ready. So the topic I forgot was about the Middle East. So I had a lot of opinions, and I was just giving my opinions like I this, I that, and we lost so badly. It was just so bad that first competition because in debate you cannot have your eyes. It's not about morals, you have to have facts, you have to have statistics, and just someone to back you up scientifically or otherwise. So we did not know that. There's really no way you can prepare for that, and just that first experience really taught me to just never go in with 1 piece of paper. If nothing else, go with an empty briefcase. You need to scare your opponents because they really scared us, guys. So yeah. And just other things like friends in debate. And it's very different from speech in that the speech kids, we see them, they're like hugging and talking at the competitions. The debaters are like staring at each other like, we're ready for you, like we're coming to get you. And it's just,
Yeah,
can tell you about that.
That's where the debate side is completely different from the speech side. My partner can attest to that, every debater can attest to that. The people that are sitting across from you debating against you, you are going for blood and just trying to kill them around. And it's definitely like, whenever you see them in a room or a competition, whenever you walk by them, you definitely give them like some kind of look of death whenever they walk by because you're always trying to intimidate them. And it's definitely a humbling experience sometimes when you lose, which I can say that no debater ever leaves a room thinking that they lost, but definitely when you get those ballots at the end of the day, every once in a while it is a humbling experience, like my partner can say, and definitely like Amani can say too.
Valerie?
Now, what is it like prepping for a competition? You say it's very difficult. How do you prepare for every single week?
Well, for competitions, like I said, it's a lot of research, a lot of websites. Sometimes we have like packets this big going into a round. And we have to have something called cards and blocks. It's just different forms of information. And it can get pretty hectic. If you're not organized, debate can really get to you. Because in a round, you don't want to be that debater looking for all of your stuff if your judge is asking you for some sort of like fact or information. So you do need to be organized, but yeah, preparation can be really challenging.
Debate is definitely a lot of hard work. Like anyone else will say, it's like having another class or like just going to school completely on the side because there's a lot of hard work that comes up to it. Like Amani said, we have to have our own information. We have to be prepared for any answer or any kind of argument that we see our opponent talk about. So it's definitely a lot of preparation, a lot of hard work, but it's something that we really need to be motivated on.
Before we get to Pablo, there was a quote you said, Pablo. What was it about what debate is about? Something with the bulls and the horns, because that will put it completely into words for you.
You remember what it was about?
It's basically like with the bull, there's a point on one horn, a point on another, but in between it's all bull. Like debate, if you know how to get, you will get far if you can do that. Really, like sometimes we're in a round and we hear something and we're like, oh my God, where did they get that? We walk on there like we made it up. We just know how to present it. And you're gonna feel like that debater if you hear someone tell you that. So you just need to know how to present yourself. It's about public speaking. So if you're not good at that, debate helps you. You're gonna learn really quick that without public speaking, you're not really gonna do much. Yes, Valerie?
I just wanted to know, what kind of skills do you need to be a debater?
I'll take that. Well, since this was my first year, I'll tell you right off the bat, I had no skills. I didn't have a lot of public speaking skills. Even getting in front of a room like this was definitely hard for me. I get sweaty all over and it was really hard. But as you start accustoming yourself to like sitting in front of a room, speaking to people that you don't know, getting really upset, learning around with your enemies and things like that. So, I mean, everyone's gonna be like raw when they first enter like their first rounds or even entering the team, but there's definitely really no skill that you need to have. You just have to like want to be successful and want to do the work, because a lot of your partners are definitely gonna, try to help you out, but also motivate you to make sure that you're doing the right thing. But really there's no skill involved to it. You grow as you keep debating and as you grow some skills, but
And
there's
also,
definitely no skill.
if you can't do what they do with the acting and the moving and the noises, we'll take you. We'll be your family. So yeah, that's pretty much it for debate. And please join next year, encourage people, because it is fun. Like, you'll love beating people.
And this definitely is the scary part of it too. So
Yeah.
definitely should be intimidating sometimes.
Yeah, so debate stuff was great, right? Anyway, everyone hears about that Asian stereotype and they say it's not really true. Well, just wait until you hear Aaron talk about Star Wars and stuff. It gets really nerdy. So can you guys please clap it up for Aaron, our district champion?
It was a long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away. It was a period of civil war, and the rebel spies have managed to steal the Empire's ultimate weapon, the Death Star. Ooh! Ah! Ooh! But the Death Star's destruction can somehow save the people and restore freedom to the galaxy. And now, a new hope.
Hi, I'm Luke Skywalker.
Han Solo, pilot of the Millennium Falcon, eh?
Oh, come on, Han.
Droid.
Wow, it's a droid.
In 2012,
Walt Disney Studios bought one of the biggest film franchises in history, Star Wars. Now I assure you that whatever I'm going to do here has nothing to do with Walt Disney whatsoever, or any sort of Disney Yes? Wait, what? Never mind. Walt Disney Studios presents Star Wars, A New Hope, by George Lucas. Yes? Star Wars by Mickey Mouse.
Well, how you doing there, little guy? I'm Luke Skywalker. What's your name? Hi. How you doing, R2? I'm Luke Skywalker. Well, very well then.
Like this R2 unit has a bad motivator.
Hey, that's not nice. Well, anyways, what do you want anyway? We're searching for Obi-Wan Kenobi. Well, I don't know anyone named Obi-Wan, but I bet you mean old Ben Kenobi. Da-da-da-da-da-ding, da-da-da-da-da-ding, da-da-da-da. Luke Skywalker. Ben Kenobi? You're Obi-Wan? Yes! Ooh. You see, I was once a Jedi Knight, the same as your Vader. I mean, father, your father. My father? Yes. You see, you're a Jedi, Luke.
Meanwhile, on a dark space station, the Dark Lord emerges. Bum 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 bum.
Oh, Princess Leia! Lord Vader! Only you would be so Dark Lord!
The Death Star is not on this shield.
Princess Leia, what have you done with the Death Star? Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, I found it. Death Star.
Damn! Good work, Commander. Now, Princess Leia, you are a traitor. That's why I have decided to test the mighty power of the Death Star on your home planet of Alderaan. No, don't do that. Oh, yes. Commander, you may fire when ready.
And so, a huge green beam of light beams out towards Alderaan and blows into space dust. Okay, thank you. And blows into space dust.
No!
So Princess Leia is marched down the hallway, naked. Thank you. Meanwhile, back on Tatooine,
Luke, you must help me rescue your sister. I mean the princess, the princess. The princess? I'm going to save the princess? Yes. But first, we'll need passageway to the Alderaan system. But how?
hey, Luke, R2 here tells me you're looking for a pilot. Oh, it's you.
Yes, indeed. We're looking for a fast ship, so no, not a piece together pile of junk. What?
The Millennium Falcon outran Imperial ships, old man. She's fast enough for you. You guys got yourselves a starship, but it'll cost you 10,000.
10,000? 10,000?
10,000.
Here.
Old hermit,
You're a coward, Solo. And not R2. And not R2. And not R2.
not you, R2. Welcome aboard the Millennium Falcon.
Woo! I hate that guy. Anyways, Luke, you must learn the ways of the Force if you're to become a Jedi Knight. I'm gonna be a Jedi too. Remember, the Force will be with you.
Always. You see, the Force surrounds us, penetrates us.
Ben, I feel something weird. It's the Force.
Now, our heroes head for the Alderaan system, but as they come out of hyperspace, they are surrounded by a surreal beam of light. Okay, Stormtrooper, please. No, get out. Surrounded by a surreal beam of light. Lord Vader, we just captured a pile of junk heading for the Alderaan system.
I said something. Something I have not felt since Obi-Wan Kenobi. He's here! Oh, boy! Luke, you must go rescue the princess alone. But, remember, the Force will be with you. Always. Good luck. Hey! Oh, come on. Well, come on, R2, let's go save the princess.
So, our heroes head over to cell block 23. And as they blast the cell door, they see the dazzling
Princess Leia! Hey, who are you? Well, I'm Luke Skywalker. Well, hello.
Han Solo, pilot of the Millennium Falcon. Why don't you say we jump into hyperspace? Yeah, we're here to rescue you.
A pilot? Wow!
And so, meanwhile, Obi-Wan Kenobi confronts his former student, Darth Vader.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. When I left you, I was but the learner. Now, I am the master. You can't win, Darth. If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly. I have one. Oh no, Ben! R2, help! No! R2, what is that thing? Look. Ben? Look. That is a lightsaber. A powerful weapon of the Jedi Knight. Then where's mine? Use the Force, Luke! Use the Force! Well, I have you now.
Luke mumbles Ben straight into himself. And as the mighty lightsaber goes down, Vader.
What? What's going on?
Vader is puzzled.
The Force is strong with this one. Oh no!
Ha!
Oh boy.
Ah!
Oh no! Yeah! Ah! I did it! I did it!
Good job, Luke. That was 1 in a million, huh?
Thanks, Han.
Let's go home. And so freedom was restored to the galaxy. The end.
Chewbacca. And may the Force be with you.